Hello, glad you're back. This week we're looking at a big word. The word is compassion. Many of us go, that's a word that adults use, but kids, what does it really mean? Compassion means that we're moved to help someone. Like we see them with a need and we want to help. We're moved to help them. And so in our lives, we're going, okay, how do we have compassion like Jesus had? How do we live this out? So Pastor Matt talked about two different Bible stories. One is the Good Samaritan. And in that story, there were people in the story that were not moved to help. They saw the man laying on the road and they just walked by. They ignored him. But there was one man, the Good Samaritan, who decided to stop, and he showed compassion. He helped the man. He paid his medical bills. He fed him. He got him a place to stay. So he was moved to help and showed compassion. Jesus is saying this is what we need to do. We need to live this way. Jesus also, in a Bible story that he referred to, was about a leper. And we find that the disciples were kind of stepping away from the leper. They're thinking, we don't want to get sick. We don't want to have what he has. And so they kind of moved away from the leper. But what Jesus did was he moved closer in and he touched him and he healed him. And this showed us that Jesus has compassion on those of us that need help, on people that are struggling. He loves them. And because he loves them and cares about them, he wants to help them. So today in our activity, we're going to make a toy out of a cup and a balloon. And what you're going to be able to do is to show how your actions make things change. Because when we show compassion to people, what happens is they are affected. They feel loved. They feel encouraged. They then want to help someone else. So our compassion and our help encourages them to help others. So in our activity today, you're going to pull this balloon on this cup. And when you make that one motion, it's going to cause something to happen. Just like our compassion encourages change in others. So watch and try this activity at home. So in your activity today, you're going to need a plastic cup. You're going to need a balloon, and make it a big balloon, not like a water balloon. You're going to need a pair of scissors, and you're going to need something to go in the cup that can fly, like a marshmallow or a pom-pom, something that's kind of lightweight. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the balloon and you're going to tie a knot in the balloon. Don't blow it up. You're just going to tie a knot in the balloon. And then you're going to cut off the tip of the balloon, the biggest part of the balloon. You're going to cut it off. Okay, so then lay that aside. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to take the plastic cup and you're going to cut the bottom off of the cup. So just cut all the way around the bottom of the cup and that bottom will come off. So now take the balloon that you made and you're going to stretch it over the bottom of the cup. And so when you hold it up, you'll see the cup and then this plastic balloon held onto the cup, and then it'll have like a tail. And that tail is kind of like your handle. And what you'll be able to do is you'll pull it back a little bit. And when you let go, whatever you put in the cup will shoot off. It's kind of like us. When we pull back and we think, who needs help? Who in our lives can be affected by our compassion? And we do it. We let go and we do that. Then those things that we impacted will shoot. It'll cause them to move. It'll cause them to want to be compassionate to others. When we decide to be compassionate, it affects the people around us. They see our love and they're encouraged, and then they want to live differently. So the way we live is affecting our culture. It's affecting our world. And so hopefully you can show some compassion this week. Give someone a hug, write them a letter, show compassion to people that God brings to your mind. And it'll be cool to see how it affects them and how really you can bring more glory to God through showing compassion. If you're in a small group, we're excited that you're getting to go. And so there's a box there for you, and all the supplies that I just mentioned are in that box. So in your small group, y'all open it up, read the lesson, get all the activities out, and there's games, a song to sing, a video to watch, and all the supplies for the activity. So glad you got to come this week and hope to see you next week.